busy or asleep or running around. They might have worked a night shift. They might have had a big day yesterday. You know, it was Mother's Day, and happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers and the soon to be mothers. They say that when you are in your mother's womb, that your children are already inside of you. Isn't that amazing with the mitochondria and how we were designed, the universe designed this avatar? They say that your children are inside of you when you're in your mother's womb. So yeah, shout out to all the mothers. I mean, some of them are, we got the dark feminine, the light feminine, the ones that are healed, the ones that are unhealed, and that mother dynamic is deep. I mean, you know, we got our mama universe that we came from. We got these earthly mothers. Sometimes I call myself the incubator because a lot of these children that come through us, they're their own. They chose us, but they here to do a journey and do their own soul work. I mean, they really don't belong to us like that. They, blood wise, but some of these children we done had them for other people that they didn't. They we done had these children for some of our family members that done got rid of children and stuff, and they come back through in by wanting to be in that bloodline that made contracts and come through in by you. They're not really your children spiritually, but you are biologically the parent, and you can see that if you will discern and go back and do your past life. You can do that without actually hiring somebody, but you better know what you're doing. To do some of this spiritual work, you really have to be working on yourself and going within. I've been doing a lot of soul searching from myself, and now I'm connecting the dots on my blood relatives and past life things, and I'm finding out that these we really do choose our contracts and choose to come back to resolve unresolved past life things. We really choose our contracts. We really choose our parents. We choose to come back and solve these unresolved issues. And I used to tell when people used to tell me that, "Oh, you chose your family." I was like, "No, that's a lie. I didn't choose my family." But I had this psychic. Check this out. I was working at this nursing facility. The nurse that I worked with, she was actually a psychic, right? So I was really religious back then, and when she was telling me about tarot cards, I was like, "Oh, that's the devil." But low key, I was in church and I was a Sunday school teacher and doing all that religious stuff. But I was low key already calling that psychic 1-800 number. I was a teenager then, I was like 18, 19, but I was low key sneaking when I come from church. Hey, hello, friend. I was sneaking when I come from church because I'm talking about I was heavily religious. Y'all, I was the minister of music. I was a Sunday school teacher as a teenager. I was into church like who? I knew not to date them church boys though. Oh, I never liked them because I knew they was all the devil, really. And I say that and not in a way that you think. Because we think of like, oh, the devil and God, but actually the devil was actually an adversary in the Old Testament and stuff. It wasn't actually what we see in the devil as today. The Christians later on gave it that thing with the horns and put all that in there and the hell and all that, but it wasn't originally meant as a entity that was like with horns. It was just like you got somebody that hate on. We call a hater. That's what the devil really used to mean before the Christians got a hold of it. It was just an adversary, somebody that don't they don't fuck with you like that. So hey, hello, friend. Hello. Greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, my friend, my coworker, the nurse, she was actually a psychic. She was actually trying to read my tarot and all that way back in the day. And I was like, oh, that but I was faking because I low key be messing with the damn astrology. But I pretended like it, you know how in the Bible when you first open the Bible, it's like, do not look at the stars and kill a witch and all that. I was like, no, but I let her read my shit. Listen, them things know. Them things know. Them things know. They know. They know. Cause when she pulled my card, She pulled this card, and I didn't know I resonated with the number 7 back then. Cause I was, like I said, I was calling the psychics and stuff like that. They even was telling me like I was gonna get married. I was like, ain't no way in hell I'm getting married, and I'm young. I'm out here having me a good time. Like I really didn't want to get. I wasn't like looking for a husband, or I really never really was into that stuff. Even though I was in church, I just didn't want my reputation to, I didn't want to look bad and all that bullshit. That patriarchal. I know how people think, so I kind of keep my stuff kind of halfway decent and clean, but keep my real. But really, that's really it's a thin line between catching a criminal and becoming one. But listen, you gotta know how to move out here because you know what I'm saying. These people, they always judging women. The woman can't do this. The woman can't do that. In some countries, if she get married and it ain't no blood on the sheets, so she gonna get her head chopped off. So they got them women. Did y'all see that the Arab women is they gonna mess around and find out about these me and these brothers. They look good. I love me some brothers. I do. I ain't even gonna hold you. I love y'all. Yeah. Y'all don't know how I love me some melanated. I love some melanated men. I love some melanated men, but I don't love some of them the way they. I don't love the way they act sometimes. And I know some of the things that they feel are coming from the things they experience. As young men, they can't express it as children and stuff. I counsel guys and women. I counsel everybody. Children always have, honey. Before I became my son, guys. Even when I was in the church and stuff, I was always around children. They would always tell me what somebody was doing to them and try to get my help. Not even as a child, I would have um goofy, gaudy, goody names to match the. Yeah, I would always have the kids come. My cousin would come and tell me what was happening in her home when her mom goes, and I was probably not even 13 or 14 then. She was telling me what was happening to her when her mom go to work at night, her stepdad and stuff like that. And I was like, girl, I know you learn. I ready to who? I don't went and got my little pocket knife ready to take her stepdaddy out, honey. But I sure did get my cousin's help. I would not. You couldn't come. That's why I think that Big Mama and Righteous Father had me. Uh, I was born with the elements I was born with to really be empathy, to really be able to care and want to help the little man and try to, always trying to save somebody. And then I digress on that because sometimes throwing myself under the bus, have thrown myself under the bus. I ain't even gonna sit here and try to front and act like I had it all figured out. Sometimes I get too into my empathy because I'll drain myself, throw myself out under the bus to help somebody, and then when I need help, I didn't have nobody. Don't have nobody. And recently, and I'm gonna tell you, I recently done that. I ain't even gonna sit here and say, well, I got it all figured out, honey. We are on this journey trying to remember. Trying to remember. They come here. That's why you be like, why is it that these people are supposed to be the 1%? Because they've been here. They retain their memory. They don't die. They don't die. We're not supposed to get out of here at no 100 years old. That's a baby. I'm telling you. I've been in the medical field. I've been studied all branches of the pediatrics. I'm talking about even the psychiatry. I majored in psychiatry and all of that, and psychology. So I've actually worked in counseling. I worked in pediatrics, geriatrics, emergency care. This body is a very high leveled technology. It's not supposed to. It rejuvenates itself. We're not supposed to be getting out of here even at 100 years old. Do you realize that people used to live to be thousands and thousands of years old? What do you say? Good names to match the IQ. Okay, thank you. Perse. Oh, Persian version. I like that name. Persian version. Yes. Is this yeah, Persia, Iraq, Persia? That's the old Persia. But we're supposed to actually, the reason why we don't live long, and I say that's why people be like, you think that 80 years old and 100 is young? Yeah, because I know the length of the human lifespan that we supposed to be living like for thousands of years. You got people here I don't even know if they human. That they not human. But you got people, I'm not gonna say humans, but you got people or whatever they are, they against the human race, or they running things and all this and that. They've been here for like from 500 to thousands of years, and you wonder like why do they be in charge? Because they know when the reset is gonna happen, so they go underground, then they come back out. That's why they putting all these data centers in these locations, and they need water because I guess they harvesting souls, and also they are actually trying to, from my understanding, via brother Asir and other people, like other people is saying this because I'm looking at these people that live off of the grid. They're actually they know a lot of people and get a lot of information too, and they was telling us that you know th- it's time to start stocking up your food and water and things. And you can say, well, I don't have a lot, and it's a lot, but you can do a little bit and it'll carry you for a while. The little things that you do, because it'll carry you for a while, and you can say, well, this is not gonna happen in the location I'm in. But this is a global thing. It's not gonna happen worldwide. But they're actually trying to force the Armageddon and the end times and the what is it? They're trying to force inflation, and they're also trying to force the apocalypse and all that because they need to depopulate by a certain time because they're going underground. So they need to depopulate, and they are also do this. They do this. They try to do this all every time with the resets, and then they come back out from underground like those movies that they show us, like Silo and all of that. They come back when the environment is they able to live, live on the on the surface or whatever. But if you working on yourself, and I'm telling you, you healing, you got it right. You being tested now. If you a pure hearted person that's got that unconditional love, and you got that collective mindset, like Aquarius, you don't just worry about yourself and screw everybody else. If you one of them impists or pure hearted, I'm telling you, you being tested. You are being tested, but I want you to not give up. Don't give up. And I'm sure this is not the first test that you had, but this is the end game, baby. This is the Squid Game, Hunger Games, all of that. Yo, you gotta keep your heart, baby. Like that song say, keep your heart. Keep your heart. Keep your intentions pure. Do not change. Because they're gonna make it seem like that they still winning. But the war is over. The battle is too. It's a spiritual warfare that we're in right now. And it's gonna be a lot of people that's not gonna make it, but it's gonna look like they making it. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna look like they making it, but they really not making it because they ain't doing that work on the inside. And you're gonna have to detach from the people that you never thought you had to detach from. You're gonna have to detach, and you're gonna have to know who you are and stand. You're gonna have to stand on your square and know and know and know who you truly are. Don't worry about nobody else. Don't worry about what they doing. You work on. I'm telling you, you work on you. Yesterday was a very magical day for me. I don't really I don't really get up here, and I will do it soon. I got some stuff, cooking up. I will do it soon, but I don't really because I know I have a lot of people watching and hating, and they just no good. Like I have people that from the area that I come from, it's just it's a lot. Like they've been like this since I was a kid. So, and it's not even just that, it's that energy, that what you call it, that monitoring spirit and gang stalking and all that. That's they watching the chosen ones, the people. I ain't even gonna say I'm chosen. I chose myself. They watching the people that they know who you are by now. They been knowing who I was. They been knowing who I was. They gonna come at you. They gonna come at the people you close to, your loved ones. They coming if they ain't already done came and attacked. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's the end game. They know it's over for them, and they want you to believe that they got the upper hand. But you notice how they been blocking the sun. Well, I don't know. I'm sure it's happening nationally too. I don't know about worldwide, but I know in the US it's a lot of sun blocker going on because that sun now is something powerful. That sun now is something powerful. And every time I say this, they block it. And they, you would think that me being such a small channel, that they don't pay me no mind, but they watch me, and I know that a lot of this is protection for me because when I had the opportunity to really be a part of their little bullshit, I turned it down, and they don't like that. But at the same time, I don't want to be a part of their. If you got to think that I'm a nobody, that's fine, because a lot of times that's my protection. But and also I don't want to be a part of their stuff. I don't want to have to push their agendas and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. I used to be like, well, I'm not gonna turn my back on my people and black power and we ain't even we melanated. All that it's people that look like me that's full of shit and that's working for them and that are the boule and all that. So I don't even look at it. It is a such thing as racism and skin color. It's a military construct. But if y'all really want to know the truth, those people are passing some of them. They know they are not, it's no such thing as black and white. Those groups are all working together. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, it matters to a certain, but I'm saying in the background, they make us fight against each other about who lighter, who darker, who's white, who's black. All those people are some kin. At those I ain't gonna the one whatever they call we the elect. I call them the elite, them elite reptilians or those people, even the people you see that's supposed to be the Rothschilds, they are contracted and puppets. The people at the top, they all different colors and complexions. So you cannot look at somebody and say because they dark or melanated that they are your people and they your people and I'm gonna fight for my honey. They be I done seen them. I can see. I can see. They got them in your family. They got them in your neighborhood. You might not. I hate to tell y'all this. I hate to tell y'all this, and this gonna break your heart here. Greetings. Thank you for joining the chat. I hate to tell you this. This is my latest download. As I look, I had a very magical day yesterday, but I stopped doing that a long time, and I stopped doing that a long time because for me, it's not hard for me to get attention, and I just I be low key, but I got something cooking up. I got something cooking up for you, and it's not nothing where it's not anything that's not gonna help. It's gonna help the collective. It's helped me. I'm implementing things that has helped me, and I've used it to help other people, and it's been successful. But at the same time, I'm just not gonna because I have people watching, like watching me. They watch me. You know what I'm saying. It be those. I don't know. It'd be family members sometimes. Then it be, I guess, people that they send. So I don't just be posting like everywhere. I'm not in fear. I'm not in fear because they know where they can see through your they got what you call those cameras and stuff now where they can actually see you everything you doing even in your own house, so they can see all that we doing, y'all. So you know what I'm saying, they know where you at and all this and that and what you doing and where you going, and they tracking you're tracking your money and all that kind of stuff. So they know that's their thing. The watchers, they watch you. They got the surveillance stuff up so they can watch you from underground. They all leaving over there in Israel. They doing that on purpose because there's they since everybody know how they are and how they move, they spreading out now to other places, and it's not necessarily here in the U.S. They're spreading out to other countries and stuff like that, and small groups. That's what they do. They don't take a lot of them. It just take a few of them that's concentrated to implement their legislature, even in these little countries. And I know how we be talking about we're gonna get out of America and we going to these other countries. They're spreading out in Argentina and different places. And this is nothing new under the sun. They always done this. They've always done this type of stuff. What you need to focus on is being connected. Like I used to tell people about connecting with the trees and stuff. You got a military guy that recently said how when they are tracking people and tracking animals and tracking things, they ask the trees. So you really do need to be connected to nature, and you need to be going within yourself and knowing yourself and working on healing. Don't worry, don't focus because they're gonna play with you. This is a end game, squid game. They're gonna play with you and make you think that you ain't on your square, that you ain't doing right, that you something wrong with you. You're gonna see people that you really done helped and loved. You might even see your own ones you made, your kids, linking up with people that you know damn well that want to see you dead, that hate you. I mean, and it's sad if we got some situations where, we look I love people. I love everybody. I love it. I got unconditional love, but I'm not gonna be around certain people. I don't care what they got, because everything that they got to offer you that's good is not good for you. And you know what I'm saying? People put on good fronts, but in the end of the day, they don't sign them contracts. They sacrificing children. Y'all sit around and think that shit sweet. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I know what's right and what's wrong. And I'm not gonna sit up here and keep apologizing and acting like everything all right. When I see what I see, what's going on, I can paint a picture. I can paint any kind of picture, but I really know that I know that I know. So I'm not kissing. No, I'm not kissing them damn. I'm not kissing nobody ass. I'm not apologizing for something when I know that I know that I know that I'm right. No, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I got love. I deal with you from a distance, but if you linking up with people and you always link, and I understand that when it comes to a thing of family, it's tough. It's tough. I get that. I get that. I get it that family this and we got good people in our family. It's no such thing as good as bad, but we got people in our families that is difficult, and some of them just pure dangerous. Some of them we don't need to be around. But at the same time, I'm at a point in my life where I'm going to be happy regardless. Going to be free. I'm going to have me some peace, and I don't have to keep dealing with it. I don't have to deal with certain things, and I'm not going to deal with it. I guess I'm at the age and I'm at that place where, honey, I came in, and I used to be always say this. I came into this world. I'm gonna leave by myself. People be like, "Oh, you ain't got no man," or not me, because I'll date or whatever. But I'm not. I'm definitely not trying to be on that scam marriage shit no more. I done did it. I'm not. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I don't even want to live. I don't want to really live with no man. I mean, I would like, he come over and sometimes, or I go see him. He gotta have his own, and I gotta have my own. It ain't gonna be no. I done did it. That don't work. Nope. I don't want to live with no man. No, honey. Mm-mm. No, I love them though. I do, but it's not for me. It's just not for me or whatever. It's just not. It's nice to get together and cuddle up sometimes and lay up, but living together permanently, it don't work for me. No, I don't tried it. I tried it several times. I'm with the same person. I ain't just been out here shacking with or I was married for a long time, so. And then I did have a boyfriend that I shacked with. You damn right. I played house, and it's some good times, but it's better for y'all to miss each other and just don't be right up on each other. I don't like nobody being too attached to me like that, follow me around. I'm like, go. I can take off work today. No, don't take off work today. We done laid up all weekend. I know you got your own business. Go on, do you, and I'll see you later. I got stuff to do, even if I ain't doing nothing but cleaning out the damn stuff out of my nails. I've always been like that. Well, I don't think I was like that when I first got in a been married. I think I was like kind of what is it, clingy, but honey, that didn't last long. Shit, that didn't last long. And I'm a nurturer, yes I am, but I got balance with it. You can't. Yeah, I can't be your. I can nurture, but I need it back too. I need reciprocal, baby. But I just want to tell y'all, do not give up on yourself. A lot of those people wanted to drive you to take yourself out by now, or when you was a teen, or when you was a child, and they are on assignment. They are on assignment. You don't. They're not doing that. They know what they doing. These people know exactly what they doing. They come to steal, kill, and it be in your family. Yeah, we got the 1%, but we got those people in our family, in our bloodline, and sadly, um, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of times, your children, you're not gonna be able to make all of your children happy, and some of them children is not really yours, and they ain't came here to be yours. They might came, not saying that you supposed to show love, right, to everybody, and you love your relatives and your kin people and stuff, but some children, they not gonna never really like you because that ain't what their job is. Their job is came here they came here as honestly as your enemy, your own children. Y'all must they done took this out of y'all books about how Tiamat and them the kids took her help take these people out. I'm talking about in the ancient times. The parents taking out the kids. Y'all sit here and celebrate these fake holidays. A lot of these kids don't like their mothers and fathers, and a lot of these mothers and fathers do not like their children. I'm telling you. They don't like their children that these yesterday is okay. Let's show love every day. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with the Mother's Day and the Valentine. But let's get real on this, right? It's a lot of unresolved issues in these families. You got mothers that don't hate their kids and regret the fact that they had their kids. They had their kids for the wrong reason, or they didn't even know they was having kids. They was just out there. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't even resolved the fact of look, these children are here. Yeah, that nigga ain't no good, or my husband, or my boyfriend, my baby daddy. Some of them might not know who the man is. They really got a beef with their kids, and the kids really not. And you got kids that are like, why you bring me here, motherfucker? And I gotta go through this shit. Like, why you even bring? Why you didn't swallow? I'm telling you, I'm getting into the hidden and the deep thing. You got children that's upset right now with their mothers, and they hate their fathers too. But he ain't around. You know that man gonna get the fuck down the road. He ain't gonna be there. Even if he married to the woman, he gonna. I got a business trip. I gotta take. You know, you got to stay at home. We got to stay at home dads for the last several decades. They stay at home, and the woman might make more money. And I seen a few situations where the man he get off work, look, and come home and cook for the kids, and the wife is always gone and working. She make more money. She a doctor or whatever, a paraprofessional. He makes his little 70, 60, 70,000, which is good. But a man in this society do not like, most of them do not like to make less money than their wife. Even if I had this man, he was making like, I guess like 70, 80 a year. He said, well, that's not enough because my wife makes much more and it makes me feel. And I said, well, that's the insecurity that the society has placed within you. But if you would go within yourself, you would know that if you would go back and even research history, when the husband married the wife, she had all the land, and when they came and colonized these places, that's why they created the husband. The husband is supposed to be is created to take the land. But then they switched it around where once the men got the wealth and the women married them, then the woman could take the wealth. So it's not meant to work out for look. We be like, Lord, I love the matriarch. I love ain't not, it has to be balanced to everything. You can't just say I want all the women off the earth, I want all the men off the earth, and it's the rise of divine feminine and F men and this and that. Look, we have to learn to have balance and work together if we can at all, because it ain't gonna never be none of that where you just gonna wipe out all the men and it's just women here. You don't wipe that out. We what would we be without each other? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we got some issues, some serious the issues that's been going on now has been ongoing. It's because we are believing like that a man's supposed to do a certain thing and a woman's supposed to do a certain thing, and it ain't working out for none of us. We all entitled, and it's all about an illusion that they painted before us that's crashing now. When we got to go inside and work on ourselves and heal. And what is it? Die. We got to die to our old self. We got to be reborn. He said, "How can a man be born when he is old? Must he enter his mother's womb a second time?" Then we talking about some spiritual stuff now. We not talking about no physical rebirth. We talking about spiritual, honey. Becoming that light body. You gonna have to be focused on yourself and know that you. I'm telling you, if you don't know, and I know a lot of people, are fainting now, and they like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in a time such as this. Honey, this is a beautiful time to be here, but you need to be grounding and working on yourself, doing your breathing, doing all of that, going within and healing. Healing. Let shit go. Let it go. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what? If you a person that's been through a lot of stuff as a child and even adult, and you see how your family is, it's because you are the one, the curse breaker. You might not know it now because you might be out there a wounded curse breaker, and you are afflicted. You know, when a person afflicted and hurt, they be doing all kind of shit. They might got a drug habit that they can't kick right now. They might be out there popping it in, locking it in, jumping around on them. Pookie and them or whatever, they might be like doing some old foul shit because they don't know who they are. They don't see the value in themselves. But as you start working on you and healing and really letting that stuff out and crying and whatever, and just releasing it and working on your inner self and connecting with your higher self, those things that you're doing will stop. And don't compare yourself. That's why I got the rabbit and I got the hair up there, you know. And if you know about the little old school tales about how the rabbit, which I'm a rabbit in the zodiac in the Chinese, I am a rabbit in the, you know, they say that rabbit boy. Well, they say that rabbit is the sign of fertility, and it definitely is the sign of fertility, baby. I wanted to have seven babies, seven. I don't know what I was gonna do. I wanted to stay on the farm because my people were agriculturalists and farmers and scientists. So I wanted to stay on the farm and have me like seven. But anyway, that didn't work out. That didn't work out so well. But anyway, the rabbit is a sign of fertility, and I am a rabbit, but I like turtles. Turtle Island is what they call the Americas, you know. And I have eaten turtle, and I don't anymore because that's a very man. I used to. My grandmother used to cook it. And I was like, when I got more spiritual, I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to be doing. I don't think I'm supposed. But hey, that's some cool. That's some good meat, honey. I ain't gonna look. I said I won't. Maybe maybe that's just me being over whatever I'm doing. But I was like, it was so good. I used to love turtle meat. It's such an exotic meat. I know y'all like she don't supposed to be no fuck. Yeah, I'm from the South. And my we used to have turtles stew gatherings and well we get to do they get the turtle stew and they drinking the moonshine, honey. You talking about a good time. My grandmama didn't do that because she was very conservative. But when I go to the speakeasy places, they'll be doing that where they got the turtle going stew going on and the damn moonshine and oh Lord. The hee haw or whatever you call it. The hole in the wall, the shindig. So, that's some very exotic meat, but I noticed that meat, that turtle meat, honey, it gets you aroused too. It's something about that turtle meat. It gets you know how they say gin will make you sin? Yeah, boy, that turtle meat gets you in some trouble. Yes, it will. That it's a very exotic and it's a like an aphrodisiac too. So I told some lady, I was like, yeah, I've been eating that all my life as a kid. She told me, oh my God, that's a very exotic, expensive meat. I'm like, I don't know how expensive it could be with my grandmother. She used what they do is they would put the turtle in the barrel and they would clean him out for months. Like he would eat nothing but vegetables and stuff like that. That's how they would do it. They would make sure they clean him out for months. And by the time they got ready to cook that turtle, honey, that turtle was organic after they done clean that turtle out. And you talking about that meat? Yeah, that's some real what you call organic. They would put that turtle in a barrel and they would feed that turtle all the foods that they wanted. Ain't that something? How we lost that? They would feed that turtle everything that they nutrients that they wanted. So that meat tastes so good. I can't even describe it. I can't even describe. Okay, well, welcome. Welcome, Wesley, Dale. Welcome. And we got the Persian version. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys. But yeah, what I'm talking about is don't give up on yourself. They trying to throw everything at us now. If you a human, they trying to throw everything. They might probably trying to push you to take yourself out, thinking that it's the end and the world. No, it's never over, honey. There's nothing new under the sun. If we like the phoenix, we rise again, and we in this together. We are in this together. Yeah. Um, life, death, rebirth, and transformation. I'm not talking about physical death. I'm talking about spiritual. Yeah. So we just have to focus on ourselves. And if you are empath, a pure heart person with the right intentions, honey, they trying to make you catch hell. But you're not going because you know things don't affect me like it used to because I know like I done hacked the game. I know the tactics now. Like I done been through this. It's the game. The game never changes. Just the players. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this mother thing that they really playing a game that I ain't. I play chess, honey. I don't play checkers. I'm a chess player. At the end of the day, I'm not of the world, but I understand the world, and I understand universal law. And I'm grateful because I look at how Pastor Manning said that it's one thing is wrong with the black man mind. He said he can be a rocket scientist, a physicist, or whatever. But when it comes to the mindset, a lot of times it's not as better as a mass murderer or somebody with a low IQ. And we're not talking about being smart because we got a lot of people. We got a lot of our people that are have high education. They are PhDs and a doctorate in this, and because black people invented every in America. I know probably all over, but I'm saying I know that just in America, and I've studied this internationally. Most of the melanated people invented everything. Because why? Because they were the people that was here, the only people that was here for a long time. They knew everything. They were the scientists. They were the physicists and all that. They were the spiritualists, the shamans. So even the Council of Nicaea, we think like, oh well, the white man, they ain't been here that long. We were here. Our melanated people were here. If anybody, even they say, oh, Adam and Eve, and if there was a Esau and Jacob, those people were melanated. Yeah, he might have been red. They take that story as theirs, but no, they're not talking. These are the melanated people, and I'm not talking about us. That's why we are on the chopping block because we broke away from the evil that they wanted to do, the child sacrificing and the cannibalism and all that stuff they do to get contracts with those entities. We the people broke away from it, and that's why they are the 1%. They went around everywhere they went they got kicked out because the children were coming up missing. And that's still going on even with that lady Erica Kirk when she was over that association or that nonprofit. When she went over there, those kids got missing. So everywhere they went, they got kicked out because the children got missing and stuff. And that's what they do. They feel like they have to sacrifice those kids to their gods. And now they even got us doing it with they got us participating unknowingly. And that's not right. You don't supposed to do that. But they do put it in plain sight because every now and then you'll see them pop up talking about one of them talking about like they joking about McDonald's has the grounded up kids in the food and different things, and then they talk like that's a sacrifice that they use, the abortions and stuff like that, and how they put it in the food, and those are stem cells that they use, and then they even use our got us going to these hospitals, but the sisters is dying 3 times the rate of the other cultures, the other groups, and they using our stem cells from our umbilical cord and our the sac that the baby come in, and we didn't know, but we supposed to be asking for that. Don't even supposed to be in there having them. We supposed to be doing the doula and the granny midwives or the midwives. That's what those women are still doing over in the other countries, over in Switzerland and Japan and those places. And they're still having the births at home, and they got a better success rate than the U.S. when it comes to the melanated woman. Why is it that the melanated woman, no matter how rich she is. Even look at Serene Venus or Serene Williams when she went in there, she almost passed from a cesarean. No matter what environment they come from, how wealthy they are, who they are, those melanated women are still at risk. And I personally have worked with people having babies and have seen how they really don't like. It was a situation where I was I guess you could say I was doing like doula work, and the doctor, I had to stop the doctor that was administering the needle because he couldn't find the right part of the spine. So I had to tell him like, no, send somebody else. If I wouldn't have did that, it's no telling what complications would have happened, paralyzation or anything. And they would not take accountability. They would be like put it off on some. They so cricket. They have been exploiting the melanated people for decades and ever since they look it up. They banned the midwives. Ever since they banned the midwives and they integrated the hospitals was segregated, but they still banned the root doctors, and we have demonized them. When I say root, I'm talking about they using the natural herbs and stuff like that, but that's been demonized. But they take our stuff and try to use it for their benefit, but they tell us it's demonic. Okay, oh, that's the devil. They use that religious stuff as a front, but they actually copy. If they gonna steal your inventions, you think they ain't gonna try to steal your spiritual practices too and tell you it's evil? Mm. A lot of that stuff they saying evil. I ain't talking about no eating children. I ain't talking about no child sacrifices and stuff like that. I'm not even talking about the animal, but it's groups that's their religious practice. So I'm not gonna say that that's evil, cause it's groups like the Santeria and those groups over there, the voodoo groups. They sacrifice the animals and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say well that, but I know damn well I ain't trying to sacrifice no damn kids and no damn humans sacrificing them. But that went on. That was a common thing. That was a very common thing. It was nothing unusual. They even find ancient ruins that have children still sitting in a mold where they were sacrificed. These children were fed good and treated good, but they were just carried in the womb to be the sacrifice. Y'all think they ain't doing it now? Y'all think these motherfuckers ain't having babies now just to sacrifice? I'm talking about they have them specifically for that purpose. When they get a certain age, they're gonna be sacrificed to these Baal and Moloch and them. They are specifically born. How you know? Shit. How you know your parents don't like you? Cause they might have just had your ass for that. You don't know what kind of contract these motherfuckers sign and what kind of entities they been trying. Cause they are people that do stuff for you born, and you be thinking like, why they treat me like that? Why they don't like? Man, they be and some of these kids they let me tell you, they'll take a child and they will mold them into they'll tell you can tell a dog, a child, or you can tell a child or a person, just like these abused people in these relationships and stuff. You can tell a person like you don't talk good, you don't talk good, you stupid, you dumb, you retarded, you retarded, you retarded, you retarded, you retarded, you stupid, you dumb, you can't do nothing, you can't do nothing, you just ugly, you just ugly, you just ugly, you just if you sit there, it's Maslow's law of conditioning training. Okay, this is psychology 101. Maslow's conditioning training. If you tell somebody, even a child, something over and over again, after a while they're gonna start stuttering. They're gonna start believing it, and they're gonna start acting in it. You got people that be around kids just for that purpose. They around them just for that purpose. They don't sign contracts before they got here. I can't. They fucking these kids up. I don't condone that. I'm not gonna turn my other cheek and look the other way. When I see somebody around children that are like that's one of the people that's in them that they put in the bloodline to mess children up and stuff. You think I'm gonna sit there and like that? I don't give a damn what nobody think. I don't care if y'all say that's the nicest person that God put on the ground. I don't give a fuck if it's my kid. I don't give a fuck if it's my child, my son, my daughter, my mother, my father, my grandmother, who the hell ever. I'm never gonna condone when I see a group of people that children are around and they making these children so they retarded. And you think I'm gonna sit here and act like, oh well, they don't mean, man, they mean that shit. That's their job. That your dumb ass might not see it, but I see it, and I'm not. No, I'm not condoning that. And I'm gonna call it out. If I had to go back and repeat, I don't regret nothing I did to help nobody. That's what I'm here for, to do what I need to do and be the shine and break these damn cycles and shit like that. A cycle breaker, curse breaker, whatever. If I leave here alone, hell, I came here by myself. I'm used to being isolated and by my damn self. Don't nobody gotta like. I ain't trying to. I'm not here to get nobody approval and for to be. I never tried to be popular. If I want to be popular and famous, I could have been that. But there's certain things I'm not gonna do. I'm not sacrificing no kids. I'm not sacrificing no innocent people, and I'm not dancing to their music to get where you know what I'm saying. They think I need to be because I'm right where I need to be, and I'm right who I need to be around. So yeah, it's like I said, it's people that have kids just for to be a sacrifice. And they don't sign contracts before they're like, yeah, and when I have a baby, it's Moloch or Ball, it's gonna belong to you. You think some of your parents don't sign they don't even remember the contract they signed. Your ass ain't supposed to be here this long. You supposed to been gone. They upset that you still here. Cause they ain't made good on their sacrifice of your ass, okay? And then some of them sacrifices they come back through the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? They trying to resolve the issues and they fragmented it and they remember being they can't remember it in the conscious, but they remember in the subconscious being sacrificed and stuff by their parents. It's a lot of sacrifices that went on, man. And they still going on, man. Like I said, all this Mother's Day, man, that's a That's a very sensitive word to some people because some people did not have a good situation and even in past lives, even now, that mother thing. And these fathers, people got mothers and fathers, but the fathers they don't give a damn. A lot, not all of them. You got some fathers that care and got some good hearts. It's not all of these men that don't care about, but some of them so caught up in it, they bullshit. They can't. They'll never. Listen, some of y'all fathers, you're never gonna get that thing you trying to get where he come to you and be like, "Listen, baby, I'm sorry for not being there for you. You made it, and I'm proud of you. You like when I get myself together, I'm gonna make it so my daddy family and everybody that was looking down. Listen, I used to think like that, but you know what I said, honey? I'm gonna be. You're not even gonna know. People, they not even gonna know what I got. I don't want the attention. I'm not flashing. I used to do that because I didn't feel like I was valuable. I didn't feel because I had people telling me, I was gonna be dead by the time I was 21, and I'll never be nothing, and I was this and that and ugly and a whole. And this is family members. I won't even really having sex, telling me I'm a whore. They be programming you so you can't believe it. Like, whose report will you believe? What name are you going to answer to? These family members will try to program you to hurt, to destruct on yourself, to hurt yourself. That way they ain't got to do it because they don't program you that you're not gonna be nothing. You're not pretty enough. How can you call a child a whore? What kind of these are people that was in church. That's why I say the devil be right there in the church. And I'm not even I don't even believe in that. Well, the devil with horns hell thing. Even though I was in religion, I'm saying I realized through my research that came about later on with the devil with the horns and the hell thing. Because the soul is on fire. But how would you tell a child things like that? Program a child to believe that about themselves, and that's gonna make a child want to harm themselves if it's not, suicide or something like that. But you got people out here, those are those people in the bloodline that's put into the bloodline. That's those agents that's put into the bloodline. It can be anybody. I'm telling you, it can be anybody, and they come to you'll see right now. Even as they put on fronts in society, and everybody think they so sweet and nice, they come to kill, steal, and destroy and divide. They done got old and they still doing this shit now. Cause it's in them. They signed a fucking contract. And you might be the only motherfucker that can see that. It might be a couple. This might be a couple of motherfuckers that can see through they shit, but that honey, get away. I don't care what you got. Don't take nothing from them. Don't take because all that's when you getting entwined with people like that's done sign them contracts where they sacrificing kids and they sacrificing spiritually. You not just physically, but they spiritually sacrificing people, and they coming after the people that's pure hearted, and they coming after the curse breakers. Them contracts, them people sign when you taking on they stuff and material that they got, you is involving yourself in the bullshit too. You don't wanna get take on somebody else unresolved curses and stuff like that. When you getting involved with them, you might say, okay, I don't believe in what they doing, but when you around people like that, yeah, they're birds of a feather. When you around the people and y'all together and y'all cool, y'all are alike. How could two walk together except they agree? Y'all alike, no matter how much denial you in, you are similar to that person. Y'all got the same spiritual beliefs and all that. It's a lot in common. You just need to look in the mirror and be like, look, I can't straddle the fence no longer. I am he. I am them. You like them people. I'm telling you, you are like them. I look at myself of who I'm around. If you want to know who you are, look at who you're around. I used to be in denial a long time ago. I used to think that I could hang around people that wasn't on the up and up, and it wouldn't affect me because I had such a great reputation and I got my stuff together. That stuff started spilling over on me. The people that I was around, I'm telling you, I wasn't actually doing all the stuff that they were doing, but just from being around them and being associated with those people, honey, it brought a lot of unnecessary stuff on me, and I was in my ego thinking like, oh, I'm better than I'm not like that. And I would be judging them. You do this, that. I shouldn't have been nowhere around birds of a feather. No, I might not have been as dark or unbalanced as them, but I was associated with those energies, and so it brought a lot of stuff on me. I was in a how could two walk together except they agree? Ain't no more scrolling the fence now, baby. A separation is here. You gonna either mildew or barbecue. And yeah, sometimes people done drunk the Kool-Aid. They didn't even have to drink the Kool-Aid. They was already cool. That's in them. They was already who they are. Now you just seeing it. That's who they always been. You just was sitting at the crossroads in denial because you like, oh, that's my mama, that's my daddy, that's my sister, that's my husband, that's my wife, that's my lover, that's my child, honey. What it say in that book, that Mason book, that book, that spell book, that book that y'all said is God's word? It says the kingdom. What did it say? It was going the king. First of all, the kingdom of heaven is within, right? They said it. I don't know. Paul, the agent, they said it. The kingdom. They telling you that it's all within you, with your higher self. The kingdom of heaven is within, and it says that in so many words about your family. You gonna have a prophet is only without honor in his own country amongst his own kid. Then it said he come to cause division against for between you and your meaning that when you walk in this road is narrow. This the real. I'm talking about the real road is not popular. It's not popular. It's not gonna be many people not gonna find it. They're not gonna. It's only the elect. When you walk in this road, where this road is straight and narrow, it's gonna be a lot of people falling off because it's like walking around a narrow mountain or driving around a narrow mountain, like Hollywood Hills. Somebody said up there, they got it like that so that people won't be driving up there fast and bringing a lot because it's a very high value property up there in Hollywood Hills. So you gotta like drive around them steep mountains, and that's how this road is, baby. This road is very narrow, and it's gonna be a lot of people that fall by the wayside. It's a lot of seeds being planted, but like he said in the New Testament, which like I said, I don't believe that that's God's word. I believe if there was a Paul, he was an agent. But I know how to chew the meat and spit out a bone, and a lot of that Psalms and stuff is real. And you can cast some good spells with it. I'm not talking about the type of spells where you hating on somebody or you trying to take somebody man and all that shit where if you trying to take somebody man or woman, they ain't gonna stay with your ass because you got to keep right on doing. I'm talking about when the enemy's coming and they trying to fuck with you and take your very life, and you need to read them songs and keep that motherfucker at bay. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow. I'm talking about when you need it for. It's nothing wrong when you need them script. When you need to do something for your protection or for to help you. You know what I'm saying? When you not hurt, not harming nobody. Now, if somebody fucking with you gonna have to protect you. What you supposed to sit there and do like it say, turn the other cheek, non-violence, not shit. What? And then he turn around and says the violence taking it by force. Sometimes you're gonna have to use violence. You can't just always, oh God, I can't do nothing. I'm just gonna have to lay down and take. They ain't laying down and taking shit. They violent when they don't even have to be. I'm not saying that you got to be violent all the time, but honey, sometimes you got to use violence. Sometimes it's a time and a place, it's a season for everything. But I'm saying like you got to use them songs to get them because I done had situations where I had to use them scriptures, and it wasn't even for no outside people. It was for family members trying to literally take me out. And I was a kid. What the fuck? I'm going to people. Can you help me? Please help me. Nobody helped me. I had to help myself. I had to help myself. Now, these people, they so loyal to these evil people. They will not turn. They will not. They'll side with them to the very end. And you got to save yourself. Ain't nobody coming to say, "Hey, ain't nobody send it." What they say, send help. That movie is so good. It's called Send Help. That lady is going off, and that's the dark feminist. She done got tired. Send help. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't welcome everybody. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You gotta save yourself. I'm telling you. Ain't nobody. They telling you somebody coming to save you. They don't put people around you to take you out. And it might be your mama, your daddy. Hell, you might even had it. You might have somebody that's gonna take your ass out, but you still have to be grounded and you can maneuver around stuff like that. You can maneuver around stuff like that. You don't have to treat nobody ill or be paranoid, or you have to be in third person a lot of times. You have to be observing yourself and also in the present. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to know an outcome of something, but at the same time, you know that a motherfucker gonna fuck you over because you don't seen the future. But at the same time, you know that that's the path you chose, and you got to go through the program. And it's a season to everything. You playing third person, you playing present, being in the present, and you playing fucking checkers because you know universal law. So you're not worried about a thing. You're not worried about a thing. A lot of times, this going so whoever need to hear this gonna hear it. A lot of times, the universe, righteous father, big mama your ancestors that love you. They be look before you. They be trying to show the snakes in the grass. Keep your grass mowed. They be trying to show you before everybody can't go with you before they take you to the place where you need to go at. They trying to show you who everybody is. So you won't be having these damn fake ass people on your team. They don't care nothing about you. All they care is what they can get out of you. They don't have no real love for you. They hating on you anyway. They want to be you. And how you gonna be me and you can't even be you? How are you gonna be somebody else and you can't even be yourself? But anyway, that the spirit, your ancestors is showing you the light. And a lot of times you don't want to see it. And people be telling you, you got guys around you, you got even real people telling you, like, listen, that ain't what you think it is. You need to walk away. You in denial. You sitting at the crossroads. You like, no, it can't be. It can't be. It's no reason for it to be. And the whole time, everybody see it, but you, cause you in denial. You know, indeed within, but you in denial. And the love, the love is there. The boundaries, you ain't got the boundary. But honey, people gonna show you who they are. They gonna always show you. It's up to you whether you believe them. It's up to you. So the ancestors that love you unconditionally be trying to show you who people are, and they want them to give up on you. They want them to just leave you the fuck alone and get away from you. You gotta let it go and love unconditionally, but you don't supposed to be around everybody because it's not safe for you. It's not a safe space. I don't care who it is. It could be your child. It could be your mom, and you gotta raise the children up. You gotta raise them up, even if they don't. Even if that you can have a situation where some children would prefer to be with the other side of their family, or they prefer to be with their daddies. But a lot of times the daddy don't have time for them. He gonna move on, and a lot of these men they gonna keep getting married and don't realize they the problem. If it take me, listen, once is enough for me to realize I need to go do some goddamn shadow work on myself. I don't gotta get married. I'm talking about the women too. I done seen women get married 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Honey, if I gotta keep getting married to figure out on the problem, that no, thank you. You are the problem. You the problem. It's not them people. Yeah, you got some. If you get married and you already ain't done your shadow work and ain't working on yourself, you marrying some fucked up people. Yeah, you are. But you the main problem because you the one keep going down that aisle and not going in that damn mirror and looking in the mirror at the man. What Michael Jackson say? At the man in the mirror. I love that. I look at that as a movie. Bobby, I don't know if Bobby Him is still here, but bliss to him. He did a whole video on Michael Jackson, and it's amazing. Huh? He said the ascended archangel, the way he put it. But honey, he said that remember the time was what Michael Jackson went to. What's that wine? Not Weinstein, but those Spielberg. Those he went to those producers. Michael Jackson wanted to make an ancient commit movie with black people in it, and that's what Remember the Time is all about. And I knew it was deep because I look at that video over and over again. I even showed it to the Gen Z generation, and to Remember the Time. It's such a deep connection with that video. I love that song. It brings back some wonderful memories of my teenage year, my preteen or teenage years. But Bobby Hemmett was on it. He was on it about a lot of stuff, and it's still relevant now. And I still watch a lot of his stuff now. But yeah, it's just a separation has come. Like we can't sit at the crossroads no more, and it's time to go in and connect with nature and keep going in, y'all. Don't give up. Don't let them people distract you and make you think that, oh Lord, I ain't, just cause it ain't hitting right now, it ain't it, I'm doing something. You ain't doing nothing wrong. Keep right on working on you. Keep right on. If you moving at the turtle pace, at least a step ahead is a step forward. And you not just, you know what I'm saying? You don't when you move too fast sometimes, it look good, but when you move too fast and you don't really take the time out to use discernment, it ain't all good like you think. I'm telling you. It's best don't worry about it because time really don't exist. Worry about yourself. Don't be in competition with yourself. Don't compare yourself to nobody else. Cause shit ain't all what you think. People will act like that they got it going on and they done had so much support and they don't appreciate nothing or nobody. And they got partial. That's why I'm thinking with that lady, I know that lady got a lot of issues and I know she was like a prostitute and maybe she got a drug habit and all this kind of stuff. But some of them people like that, from my from my experience, some of them people like that are more loyal than these so-called religious people. The people that's like that lady, which I don't like how she talk about her daughter, Tokyo Tony in Black China. I don't like how she talk about it, but I think that she's an emotional Scorpio. I'm not making no excuses. I'm not making no excuses. I'm not making no excuses with Tokyo Tony and that Black China lady or whatever. But I know that Tokyo Tony is a Scorpio. And I know that Black China is a Taurus, right? I see how Black China children treat Tokyo Tony like, and I know Tokyo Tony don't have the money like the Kardashians. But what I want to know is, I'm looking at this side. Yeah, Tokyo Tony got some shit with her or whatever. She been out there in the streets and all this and that, and she always asking. I guess they look at her as always asking her daughter for money. But look at the Kardashian lady. It looked like Black China have more respect for them Kardashians. But look at the lady. Chris Jenner is a Scorpio too. She pimp her daughters out. She done been the biggest whore. They say she messed with, allegedly messed with what's his name, OJ Simpson, and she done had a baby on her husband. She watched her daughter do a video or whatever, a porn video with Ray J, and she was orchestrating and producing it. Why are you gonna treat them? I guess why would you treat them better than you treat your mom? And Kris Kardashian, she a white woman that's been given the machine to back her, but she just as bad as Black China Mama. And the only difference is that she's a white woman with, more privilege and power, but she ain't no better than whatchamacallit. She just got some money because they wanted her to be in that position. See, a lot of times they put people in positions so that they can influence the masses, but that don't mean that they better. And I guess she looking at it like them kids respect them and this and that, and they done took. They done took a lot from Black China. The Kardashians have culture vultured off of a lot of black people. They have culture vultured off of a lot of. That's what they do. Even that guy V Lad and all of them, they do that. But they don't really like black people like that. They have the babies. They have the babies and stuff like that. But they still don't really like the melanated people like that. They just, it's a culture virtual money thing. They want to be act cosplayers like they black people, but they don't want the smoke of going through what the indigenous people have to go through of America's the black people. So it's a lot of culture virtual going on. I guess the mama is looking at it like, how in the world is she treating them like that? And they took all the things that they took from Black China. I don't think y'all really know the way that Black China is that chick. I know she was a dancer, exotic dancer and stuff like that. I don't admire I don't admire none of them or worship any of the celebrities. I'm just saying she's very creative and stuff like that. And Kim Kardashian and whatever her sisters that was supposed to be friends got with that girl baby daddy, kicked her out, and really copied a lot of Black China and other black women and stuff style, and they won't give them credit or nothing like that. But that's what they do. They culture vulture. She was able to be cool with them, seem like, and cordial, but then she let her daughter get up there on. I seen the Rob Kardashian, the one Rob Kardashian daughter, up there kind of throwing off at. Now I know this lady is a trip. I know she a trip, but you notice how it's always where that she might been in the background really supporting her daughter, but because she don't have the money like them Kardashians, she's looked at as of no use. And a lot of times that's how people that's very materialistic do. They will drain. Okay, they value money and material things that they can see, but when somebody is really supporting them and spiritually supporting them and giving them their energy and wishing them well, they don't value that. So they'll look over a person and not really treat them, with honor and stuff like that. They will look at the person that actually gave them money with honor, but at the same time, whatever them Kardashians settled with Black China with, she deserved way more from them. They don't fuck with her like that. They don't fuck with her like that. And I think they have copyrighted or they got a trademark on the I wouldn't be listen, if I look, I'm balanced. If I'm not gonna treat my mama right, I wouldn't be all cool with them like that. And I mean, cause Chris Jenner ain't no better than Black China Mama Tokyo Tony. Think about it. They both Scorpios. One of them is a melanated woman. One of them is a white woman. This woman done pimped out her daughters. This woman done slept with OJ Simpson and everybody. Chloe ain't even Rob Kardashian senior child, and she was the think about it, and she was the producer of the Kim Kardashian corn video with Ray J. Ray J exposing that right now. But you mean to tell me because she has been chosen and backed by the machine to be a billionaire, that no good lady, she better than Black China Mama? See, that's the problem. That is the problem. That's the problem that I have, and I guess it's something wrong with me. I think it's something wrong with me. I think it is. I don't think I know I'm in this world, but I'm out of it. I don't value people that got a lot of money. I think that the more money they have and the more prestige and awards that they give a lot of these people, it's because of a lot of the evil that they do. I know I'm right because I've been in that industry. Not like deep like that, but they was wanting me to be they was gonna back me for an agenda. I'm telling you, if I was gonna do push certain agendas, they will award people, they will back people, that they will give them money and stuff like that, and opportunities. If you're pushing certain agendas, Black China Mama is no worse than no worse than Chris Jenner. So I mean, I know she's too emotional. She shouldn't have got up there. She shouldn't have got up there talking about what she was gonna do to her daughter and it. But honey, let me tell you about these some of these people. If you don't got no money, they don't give a they about they like, if you don't got nothing to give me, then it's not enough. Then fuck you. If you can't pay and you ask me, sometimes the money that they giving the person ain't even enough. That's what she probably can't communicate, because she can't effectively communicate because she's an emotional Scorpio, and she feel everything really deep. And see, my North Node is in Scorpio. I'm not. I was a past life Taurus, so I know how Taurus think. I was a past life Taurus, and I was very material. I'm talking about me too. I was a past life Taurus, so in the past life, I was gaining a lot of material things. I was about material, and even in this life, I've been very materialistic. So I know what I'm talking about, because I'm a past life Taurus, and I have a Mars in Taurus. My goal in this lifetime is going from the material to the spiritual, and that's what that's where I'm at now, of valuing spiritual things over things that I can see and obtain, looking into the spiritual realm. That's my goal, going from the material, because I know what it is. I know that a Taurian energy, which security and storing up wealth and storing up things, and you get in that survival mode and that fear mode, thinking you're not gonna. And a lot of times with the Taurian energy and stuff like that, it's about real estate and property and land, and that's what we think a lot about, is property, you know, to the point of we know exactly how to structure things for generations to come. and know how to word it and document it. And I mean, I know the Taurian energy because I'm a past life Taurus, and not only that, I have the energy of the Taurian in Mars and in this lifetime. And I'm very good with law and all of that. Like I have structured people's. I did the book for a client of. It was a family member, and I was trying to help them get all their shit in the divorce, and I did that. I structured the what's that book called when you going through a divorce and you gotta mediate and put all your belongings in there. I did the book, and not only did I do the book for them to be able to get out of that, I found a way out. I found loopholes where the person didn't have to pay half and didn't have to give up their properties and stuff. I'm good with that. I'm good with the analytical, and I guess that's the some of the Virgo energy. I know how to see the loopholes and structures that you would think there's no way out. That's what I'm good at. Well, anyway, by having that Taurian energy myself from a past life and in this lifetime, I know how people like that think. They think that if they don't get no property out of you or nothing tangible, then you're not valued. But a lot of times they don't. They look down on the people that spiritually and emotionally holding them down. They don't give them no credit. They don't appreciate it. They are very materialistic, and that's something that they might got to work on because you can be neglecting people and showing partiality to people because they got tangible material things that you can use, but somebody that's really emotionally supporting you, crying with you, and being your shoulder to cry on and being your counselor where you don't value them. You don't you might and you might be ashamed and say, okay, well, you didn't raise me or whatever. And that lady swear up down she was there. I don't think she was. I think the grandmother did. I think the grandmother did raise her, but I think that Tokyo Tony was around. But Black China didn't have the respect for her because maybe of the things she was doing, maybe. But hey, she doing this. She started out doing some of the same things with the dancing and stuff. So if your mama's a dancer, no, if you a dancer, your mama is into the corn. You gonna have to sell some, do something for some. You gonna have to do a little something straight with some change at the dance club, at the strip club. You can't tell me that you ain't gonna have to. It ain't gonna be no baller that come through and be like, look, if you give me some of them cookies, I'm gonna give you 5, 10,000. Are them rappers? So I don't understand. I do understand the dynamic, and then it's like she's too emotional and she hasn't did her work, and she's probably like still having to deal with substance abuses and stuff. Like she's dealing with substance abuse and probably not happy and stuff like that. And she's seeing how her daughter is treating. See, it's three sides to every story. She's seeing how her daughter treating them Kardashians, and she like, yeah, I might not got the money, but I've been here spiritually. I've been here. I might need some help, but you got it. You can help me. I know how I am. I'm a past life Taurus. I'm a Taurus in this. I'm going towards a Scorpio. I'm more so in the Scorpio spiritual thing now. But I have been very materialistic, and I know other Tauruses and stuff like that too. They value that, and that's something that I had to work on. Seriously, I had to go from the material to more of the spiritual, and then balance it out. It got to the point where I let it all go because I needed to do that. I needed to be reborn again. I needed to life different. I'm telling you, even when I'm not no look. I take care. I have even when I was married, I would have my own, but I was a very like I'm like this. You're not gonna waste my time. If it ain't about no money, don't make no. That's how I won't even plan when I was married. Like I'm like, look, we gonna buy a house. What we buying a house? We buying this. We stocking. We doing the stock. I've been like that, so I know, and that can be it's good, but you got to have a balance to it too, because all money is not good money. Like money is cool, and you do need money in this what is it, this matrix or whatever we in. You do, but you don't want to be attached to it like that. You don't want to be like in survival mode and making decisions based off of making the wrong choices and dealing with the wrong individuals and situations because you feel like you're gonna be asked out. That's all I'm saying. So I feel like that it's three sides to this story. I don't think it's right for the lady Tokyo Tony to be doing what she doing and saying all that spiraling. But I still believe she hasn't done no shadow work. The lady still has substance abuse issues. I do believe that the daughter knows how to trigger her mom and stuff like that too. Because I'm telling you, I'm a past life tourist, and I had a lot of tour. I'm a past life tourist. I'm a tourist in this thing. I got the Mars. The tourists can be very manipulative too with stuff. They act like they all sweet and innocent, and they got that lady be talking about how that girl probably, yeah, she probably is a Christian, because a lot of them act like they're a Christian when it comes to the public eye, but she probably still doing them rituals and stuff. She got to, because it's blood in, blood out. It's no way she can get out of that talking about, oh, I have denounced it and I got rid of the bat. Once you get into that group, you got to keep on doing them rituals and stuff. You cannot get out of that. So she probably don't understand that her daughter is in something that she can't get out of. So she calling her the devil because she don't heard news that she's still, in them cults and stuff like that. Because I'm pretty sure that she get the word and people talk to her and stuff like that. So Black China can't completely get out of that cult. She's done signed contracts and stuff. Like I said, it's blood in, blood out. She can't denounce that secret society, and them, she still got to keep doing. And her mother probably know a little more than we know, and she thinking like, oh, I done baptized her, and she can. No, it's not. She can't get out. So I kind of understand both sides, and I've seen it, and I've seen this happen to me, where I've been in situations where um I've been in situations where I didn't get credit for things that I've done, and I'm the one really, really the reason why, and I don't get the credit, and that's okay. That's okay with me. But honey, I'm like this now. You're not gonna drain no more of my energy. You gonna go to them you gonna go to them you gonna go to them people that you claim, them people that you claim that helped you, them people that you always praising, them people that you always not ashamed of. I'm not gonna be no background. I'm not being no background. I never was a background. I won't eat that for no nigga. I always been the man unless I wanted to be the side. That's the only time I be the side. I'm damn sure not gonna be no damn background dancer for no damn nothing that that's from me. No, you can that. I don't give a fuck what nobody think. Since I'm like this, since a motherfucker think I ain't there, I'm really not gonna be there like that. Since the front is being put on, I'm not gonna get up here. I'm not gonna get up here. I had somebody to hit my people up and say, "Did you?" Of course I know. Of course I fucking know. Shit, I'm the wind beneath the fuck. I know my value. I'm the wind beneath the wings, baby. Without this, the airplane won't go take off and do the airplane with who? Of course I know. Really? I'm the professor. But I don't get it's fine. It used to I look, normally if I was not working on myself, honey, I would have been. If I was not working on myself, y'all, I get up here and I try to spread unconditional love and all that. But sometimes I'm with the shits. Yeah, I'm with the shits. Look, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired now. I ain't got no bitterness in my heart or nothing like that. I wish everybody the best. I do. I'm glad and congratulations to everybody and the children at the what is it? The children from graduated from high school and everything, and the college graduates, to everybody, to all the graduates, bliss to them, all that. Congratulations. I love to see people succeed. I love to see people make it. I love to see people complete milestones. I don't want to see people doing bad so bad until sometimes I don't throw myself under the bus and I still don't get appreciation. No, they still don't like me. It's always something. They always want some smoke with me. Always. I can never do enough. I don't get no and you know what? I had to come to the point of realizing that it's me, myself, and I. Is all I got in the end, honey. And I gotta know who I am, and I gotta know my worth, and I gotta know my value. I have thrown myself under the bus the last time for people that don't give me no credit and don't appreciate me and always want me to apologize. I'm happy. I'm the wind. I'm the fucking wind beneath the goddamn wings. If it weren't for me, a lot of shit wouldn't be popping. I don't give a goddamn what nobody think. And I ain't never been no hater, cause honey, I done lived a nine. I done live what life I'm working on now. I done lived more than 9 lives. Shit, I'm good. I regenerate life, death, rebirth, and transformation. But I be damned. I be damned if you gonna keep playing in my face. I don't give a fuck what nobody think. You gonna meal do a barbecue, and I'm not gonna pretend. I did it for years. I did it for years, and I'm glad I was there. If I had to go back, I'd do the same thing. Cause I know it was very critical. I've been a lifeline, and that was fine. But I can no longer be in spaces and places where people don't know my value and don't appreciate me and don't never give me no credit. And I'm always doing something wrong. Honey, I'm a Libra energy too. So I've been trying to keep relationships together, trying to make people be together. I'm done with that. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done. I've been doing it for years. I've been holding my head down, not saying much, acting like it's been and saying things I need to say, trying to protect this one and that one and this. I'm done. I'm living. Look, I'm living for me. I wish everybody the best. I don't got no ill will towards nobody. But if you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. If you ashamed of me, then fuck you. I'm not gonna be no background dancer. I ain't never been no, like I said, I ain't never been no background dancer. I ain't never been no side piece. I always been the main. And and this mentality of you got to step on Peter to rob Peter to pay Paul, and all this competition and one person got to rise for another one, I'm done with that too. Cause that ain't the case. That's not the world I'm in. Yesterday was a beautiful day for me. I was around nothing but prosperity and beauty and nature and money at the same time simultaneously. No, I'm not gonna get up here and show everything that I do and every step that I take, because I know motherfuckers, they want to see you. They want to know your moves, and they want to see you suffer, and they want to let them. Nobody'll never know. They'll never really know what I'm doing or what I got. Unless I want to show it. I'm not trying to get no attention up here. Cause I know this shit ain't no good. I know this shit ain't no them small hats and them them reptilians can see everything you're doing, but I don't want that attention. I don't let a motherfucker think that my ass is done folded on. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit no more. I don't give a shit about showing off and all this and that. Now I really am glad to celebrate things and milestones and this and that. But when you doing that with the wrong intention and you throwing off on people that helped you, if it weren't for them people, you really wouldn't listen. If it a lot of people, if it weren't for certain people that they don't give credit to, and that's why I believe people like that lady Tokyo Tony be spiraling, because she been in the background. She might not got money and this and that, but she might have been supportive. But the lady that is no better than her, Chris Jenner, gets more respect because she got a little money. And see, that's where you being tested. When you too materialistic, it's gonna get to you sooner or later. You gonna realize that all this shit that you signing up for, you better hope that it don't sign you. All these contracts you sign and getting it entangled with, and all these people you dealing with that really don't like you like that. They don't like you like that. They don't really fuck with you like you think. They don't fuck with you because you think they fuck with you, but they don't fuck with you cause you a part of the damn Don Donna, okay? They don't fuck with you like that. They don't fuck with you like that. And I'm a person that I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And at the end of the day gotta end. And I'm about to get out of here because I gotta go in. Honey, I got to work out, but I made some. Oh my god, I made this kind of meat. I never had this cut of meat before, and it when you cook it real slow, it melts in your mouth like butter. Oh my god! And And I'm about to start juicing, but it won't be today. It won't be today. I'm about to have me a glass of wine and slice that damn meat like butter, honey. That meat, I'm crazy about lamb meat, and I cook that real tender. But this meat here, oh my god, whew, you don't even gotta do too much to it. You just put a little salt on it and sear it, honey. It ain't that cheap, but it ain't that expensive neither. I ain't never had, and I bought it. I bought it from the store, and I bought it on a humbug by mistake. I bought it, and I'm learning. I'm learning how to be a chef of certain types of way I cook the meats, like slow cooking it and stuff like that, and making it so it's so tender you can slice. Cause I'm working on something. Hi, okay, you knew. I'm welcome, welcome. So I cooked it slow. I cooked it really slow. I had a few pieces, so I cooked one. I cooked it in the oven. And I cooked the other one in the other two pieces is weigh about maybe 3 to 4 pounds. I cooked it in a slow cooker, and honey, but this ain't my first time. The last piece I got was on sale, but this piece wasn't. But it's so addictive. Anyway, I'm about to get a piece of that, and it's good with those little, those potatoes, those little bit, not those big, those little round potatoes or whatever. And you might put some vegetables with it, some asparagus or something like that. So it's really good. It's good. I glazed me some yams, but I didn't do it. I did it like I seen somebody do it on a short. I didn't do the candy yams. I just sliced it, washed them, I soaked them and scrubbed them, and then I cut them up and I drenched them in butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And I just let them bake like that with the skin on and the sliced face part down. Anyway, yeah, yeah, it was good. And I ate out the day before, but I was like, I don't want to eat out. I ain't eating out every day now. Because honestly, I feel like the food be good, but I got to get some with my energy in it. I don't want to be eating out all the time, even though I'm around so many good eating eating places, and I could go and get it all the time if I wanted to. But nah, I be wanting to put my energy in my food, and I want to cook a certain way, and I know that I have cleaned my meat, and I do it a kosher style where I soaked it and got all the blood out of it and everything, and done my vegetables. I've cleaned them thoroughly and whatnot, and just the clean. It's very important how you clean. You putting your energy in your food and different things like that. Yeah, it is. So I just want to tell everybody to keep going within, work on yourself, and these distractions. They really gonna hunger game your ass and what you call a squid game your ass now. Cause they want you to be like, oh my god, everything is so expensive and oh, it's all in the reality you create. And don't get in no. I've been in that fear mongering mode. Listen, I'm not even gonna hold you. I thought the world was gonna end. Look, at the beginning now I thought I was spiritually awakened, but at the beginning of it, I was like on some damn. Oh, this about to be like some bird box. I was in the fear mongering mode at the beginning of that fucking pandemic. I was like, I can't go out, and you can't got to stay in the house. So I don't want to be alone in the house, and I wasn't alone anyway. I was in a fear. I'm telling you, I was on some shit, but I got my mind right though. I realized what was going on. But yeah, that's how they bring this stuff on by you being in fear and fear mongering and in survival mode, and you thinking it's the end. And I don't need. Honey, you got to go into the unknown and create your reality. It don't matter what they do or what they say and broadcast, tell a vision, tell you a vision. You got to create your own reality and start. If you got to start, if you can't draw or do something, draw some circles and let it represent the life you want and what reality you want. I'm telling you. Cause I'm like, no matter how much gas costs, I remember when gas was up to about $5. We still gonna be look. You gotta be like, I'm still gonna be able to buy the shit. I'm still look. We still gonna be all right. We are more than conquerors. You gotta think like that, and you gotta create your reality like that. I mean, regardless of what they broadcast and the world is always gonna be here. The world gonna be here. The earth gonna be. I mean, the earth gonna be here. Everybody ain't gonna be doomed. Okay, everybody now. You keep right on ascending and work, cause that sun that they blocking, they probably trying to block it today. I'm sure, cause they every time I get up here and say it, honey, I'm where I'm closer to the. I be getting it in. I'm closer to the equator, so. You know my ass be waking up. I'm closer to the equator where I'm not the closest that I can be, but I'm a lot closer to the equator where I'm at, and I realize that than where I used to be. But even in that, I'm not close enough. I don't think I'm close enough to enough water, and I needed this. I needed this Saturnian. Lord, I needed this Saturnian Mars line so I could put some boundaries in place because I was too me. If you don't know me, you think I'm all bad and tough. But I was too fucking family orientated. I'm gonna tell you, you can be too family orientated. It's nothing wrong with living your family. It's nothing wrong with loving your kids and this and that. It's nothing wrong with wanting to be, but honey, sometimes you don't need you got to put boundaries down, and some people, places, and things you need to you need space and the brand. You need time to heal, and you need space, and you need to get your mind and clear your mind and stuff like that. A lot of times, it's not that people don't like you or they don't love you. No, they need space and they need time. They need time to heal and go within and think about themselves and stuff like that. Like it's just when you continually helping other people and you continually and pulled in chaos and that people drama and loops and you never take the time out to really work on. I mean, me just being able to go within and work on myself and focus on a lot of the pains and aches and pains. I don't need. I said that shit was pulling on and it's my fault because I was making choices to do that. Like I don't blame anybody. I was making decisions to be in and involved in chaos, other people's drama and chaos. Now even the people around me, I'd be like, listen, leave me alone. I'm doing my own thing. I don't want to be bothered. Like you gotta be like this. Like, I'm like, look, I'm not doing this with you. I don't want to talk. I don't have to talk to you. Like, I have learned to not be in that Libra energy of trying to keep the peace and trying to make everybody else. No, I'm gonna be fucking comfortable, okay? I'm gonna be comfortable. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to talk. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to be in your face all the time. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to do any damn thing if I don't want to do it. And you don't have to be nice and stupid. You don't gotta be nice all the time. Be kind when you need to be. But you don't have to walk around smiling and you don't want to be authentic. No, I'm in a mood. I'm unbothered. I'm unbothered. I mean, people gonna be okay. People gonna be okay. They're gonna have to like the fucking bird. The bird even pushed to that. Look, you can't look. Yeah, I'm this and I'm that, but you can't you can't have access to me all the time. Like leave me be. I have to rejuvenate. I don't deserve to my fucking nervous system has to be regulated in this shit too. I have to release shit and build. I don't want to look. I don't want to hear no mess every day. Leave me be, okay? Because I think I done more than enough, and I already don't get credit. I don't get the fucking credit that I deserve, and I know my worth. I used to might didn't. I did, but I was like, when is a motherfucker gonna praise me, and when are they gonna tell me that I'm doing enough? When I was a child and they did this and took my children and all this, man, them motherfuckers ain't gonna never tell you that you done enough for them. Even some of your the lovers you got, your children, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your best friend that's draining your energy and the energy. Some of these motherfuckers ain't gonna never tell you that you good in the bed, girl. Like you be making me feel good. Like you gotta go. They ain't gonna tell you shit. They gonna keep right on being the damn sadist, not Satanist. Don't get that mixed up. Sadist and a sadist is a motherfucker that enjoy giving you pain. A masochist is a person that enjoy taking the pain. I'm neither one of them. I'm balanced now. If you wanted me to, if you ask for it, I'll give you some pain. Okay, I might tease you a little bit and act like I'm taking. I'm not neither one. A sadist, not Satanist. A sadist is a person that enjoys making people feel pain and suffer and shit. It can be physically, spiritually, or whatever. It don't gotta be just in the physical. And a masochist enjoy a motherfucker just. This is the masochist. Is though he hurt me, although he slay me, yet will I trust him. That's a masochist, a motherfucker that is love pain because they feel like that if they keep on taking and taking and taking, the masochists feel like if they keep on taking and taking and taking, one day the sadist gonna say, "Oh, I love you. You're wonderful. You stayed here and you took all my bullshit and my stuff." And I think that's somewhere in between the lines of a narcissist too. I digress. I digress. So the sadist is a person that they don't want to be vulnerable no more. They don't want to feel no pain because they excuse me, they've been at a place in their lives where maybe when they're in childhood or younger years or somewhere in their life where somebody exerted pain on them, the sadist, somebody hurt them and they don't want to feel it no more. So they won't be in a position of being hurt. They exhibit and exert pain on other people. They do that because they don't want to be vulnerable anymore. They want to be in the driver's seat of the feelings and the emotions and the how the control. They want to have control. A sadist, not Satanist. A sadist is a person that exerts gets pleasure out of hurting people. So the masochist takes it and takes it and takes it because they feel like, well, one day they'll love me. One day they'll realize who I am. One day they'll. It's like on that Tom and Jerry cartoon back in the day. You know how we used to that latchkey kids used to come home with a bologna sandwich and a Kool-Aid and turn on the cartoon with Tom and Jerry. You know how he always trying to get that pork chop and he can't never jump high enough to get, he always chasing that fucking pork chop in that cartoon. That's how it is. You always thinking like one day they're gonna come back and apologize. They're gonna come back and say they love me. They're gonna say that they did me wrong and they're gonna bring it ain't gonna never happen, Captain. You better look in the mirror and tell yourself that that motherfucker ain't never gonna tell you that they appreciate you. That motherfucker ain't gonna never tell you you did enough. You gotta put your foot down and put boundaries down. You gotta say that. You gotta say that, and don't give a damn what nobody think. People gonna talk. They gonna talk about you. They talked about Jesus and everybody Gandhi and what Krishna and everybody else and the Mary Magdalene, which they say is ISIS and no, not Mary Magdalene was the one that was a prostitute, right? The one that was Jesus' right hand woman that was supposed to be the prostitute. Anyway, they talk about every goddamn body. So they gonna talk about you. Better yet, they talking and don't know what the fuck they talking about. Okay. And you happy and joyous on the inside, and you got peace, and you setting boundaries, and you ain't being nice. You might be kind, but you tell the motherfucker like it is, like being your authentic is being your authentic self. If you're not comfortable with something, then let a motherfucker know. Don't just go along to get along. And I don't agree with societies where you gotta hold your peace and keep it bundled up within, and then end up being like Jim Carrey and Me, Myself, and Irene, where he just snapped. He just got on that. He just snapped. He got tired of being nice and people snickering and fuck that. Mm-mm. So yeah, although I'm not a big fan of the Saturnian energy, it served its purpose. And now it's next season. So this has been my sun goddess. I know y'all been wondering where I was. It was a couple of days I hadn't been up here. I ain't lying. I've been chilling. I ain't even gonna front. Like I said, I just been chilling, honey, working on some stuff. But honestly, I was working so much on it. I just was chilling. What was I looking at? Was I looking at? Oh, I done got on these. I done got started looking at these damn. What is it? Them AI movies be good too. The princess, the duke something anyway. But yeah, so yeah. Yeah, man. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Let that shit go. Ground. Do your breathing exercises and stretching and get that stale energy. Get that energy out of your damn spine so that kundalini won't be blocked when it's trying to rise up to your crown from your feet on up to your spine. Get that stale energy and movement. It's about Shakti and Shiva. Movement, dancing. Start back dancing. Damn, I remember when we used to go out on the weekends and man, that's why they stopped that shit. These motherfuckers now, well, they got places that they got places that's around me that still be getting down. You know, they got the little spots and stuff like that, and you know the with the Zydeco and the old school music and all that. They got the spots where they get down. Them older people be getting down. Them young people just stand around and look crazy. Seem like older people be jamming. But yeah, the dancing and the movement of the body and getting that energy out. It's rejuvenating. It's rebirth. It's life. It's therapy. It's a ritual. Something that is connecting you to the earth. It's connecting you to the spiritual realm. Dancing, even in your house. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying how everybody used to go out and dance and have a good time and rejuvenate. Then when money came, we listened. You know, I won't back in that era there, but I know that's what Bobby Hemming them used to say. How they listen to the record player and then the live bands and people go back to work, they be done renewed and regenerated. They don't want that. They don't want you to keep using that music and that energy to regenerate yourself. They want you to keep listening to music about wanting to get back with somebody and meet me at the door and still that door should have been closed, frozen, padlocked. Stop listening to them damn songs that they put out there for you to be wanting this man or this woman that ain't gonna never come. And these people is healing them. They all confusing. And this energy is a lot of chaotic energy that you're dealing with this the rise of the divine feminine. You got women out here thinking that, oh Lord, we're about to get rid of all the men and the women gonna rule and we're gonna take up. It's That's not it. Everybody has the feminine energy in them, the men and the women. You're not about to take over and be in control of no man because a lot of the women that we got now, they are fucked up. So they can't even rule what they got now. So how they gonna rule the world when they ain't even ruling their own little households and stuff like that? They can't decide or choose a man or discipline their vaginas to be able to stop sleeping with these fucked up men. They bringing different men around their kids that don't need to be around their kids, and they bringing dangerous people around the families, and even some of these mothers and stuff. These older women, they don't they messing with their daughter's man. Not only that, they choosing the wrong man for their daughters based off the fact of they think they get some money out of. It's not no lot of good that cause they mess the women. They don't fracture these women. I ain't saying that the it's not just the men that did it. It's women in the background that's working too with these groups and patriarchies and stuff. And I ain't saying the patriarchy is all bad because when I venerate my ancient ancestors and the ones that love me unconditionally, I connect with not just the women. I connect with the men. It's men that love me in my bloodline too. It's some men that love me in my bloodline that has reincarnated back. And it's just amazing how when you go within yourself and you really do that soul work, things will be revealed to you of how things connect through past lives. And I didn't have to go, which I probably will in the future, but I didn't have to go and do no recessions either. I did it on myself. So, you know, been like I said, I've been getting them downloads and connecting to that sun and da 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 and really doing the work within. So I don't just connect with the women in my as far as my ancestors. I connect with the men too, and you know, it's a lot of powerful ancestor, male and female, that love me unconditionally, and I'm in tune with. So yeah, it's not just the rise of the women. Cause it's a lot of women that's done a lot of shit too. It's shit. It ain't just the men. It's women that's holding up this bullshit too now. Cause let's be honest, and it ain't just the white women or the black women or the it's Arab women, it's melanated women, it's Caucasian women, it's women from China that's holding up the damn bullshit. It's men too. It's not just, and a lot of times, like they say, they inverted. What you think is male is female. What you think is female is male, and they sacrifice their children by inverting the children when they are born. They might be a male, they turn them into a girl. If they're a girl, they turn them into, and we know that that's done too, for a long period of time. But we know Doctor Money, the doctor that did the first trans surgery, which lied about his documents. He's the father of the transgenders. He was messing with those boys that was on the Oprah Winfrey show. One of them took themselves out at two different times. He took the little boy because somehow the boy, when he was born, the baby penis got chopped off as a baby. So the parents were very young. This was over in the UK. The parents took the baby to, they were referred to go to Dr. Money. You look it up. Don't go by my words, but this man, they were, I think they were, might have been not twins, but they was two brothers. But one of them, when he was born, and somehow the doctors made a mistake and chopped off his genitalia. So the parents were referred to Dr. Money. He's like, I guess he was a transgender doctor in the UK. He was working on how to uh change or transform one sex to another. So he told the parents that he was gonna turn the little baby into a girl. So I guess he went under the surgery as a baby to turn him into a girl, and they started giving him the treatments and stuff. So what happened was, look this up. This is a very interesting story. Actually, I have it up here where I did a whole like teaching live. I'm sitting up there with the lab, and I got the information up and all that. I got the pictures of this doctor. I have the pictures of the guy that took himself out, and I might have a picture of his brother that took himself out before him. Well, this is a sad story, but I did a whole, like I said, I did a whole, like, it's a few hours up here. It's called Dr. Money. I think it's called Dr. Money in the transgender community. It's a few years ago. Um, so what happened was the parents took this child to Dr. Money, and Dr. Money did the surgery on the child. Well, this child grew up, no, didn't feel right, knew he was, somehow the child knew that they was not supposed to be a girl, and so he rebelled. He knew that that surgery wasn't as successful as Dr. Money lied and wrote it in his what is it? He wrote paraphernalia on it as far as how successful his surgery was, changing a boy into a girl, which it all was a lie, because this boy never accepted that. He knew within himself that he was a boy, and so he rebelled. He made his parents transfer him back to a boy when he got in his teen years. They finally told him, because he never accepted that. He knew he was a man. So while he was a little boy going to this doctor for counseling, him and his brother, don't you know Dr. Money was assaulting and taking, Pedialyte, him and his friends and his colleagues that were doctors were messing with this boy that he did the surgery on. Him and his brother. The parents were young. They were naive. A lot of times we be like, "Oh, the parents are They was young. A lot of times when, let me tell you, I'm getting off for this. I got to say this because the spirit is telling me to say it. You got older people that when you have these babies young and stuff, they take advantage of these young people. They manipulate them. I don't know what it is about children. It must be like something they can sacrifice and use for the gods, or these entities. But when you have a child young, they prey on you. Cause it's happened to me. It happened to me. It happened to me with the first time and I didn't know the people was around me was so evil. Like, I did not know. My first child, I was preyed on by the people that loved me and should have been protecting me, but they were actually just, I guess they them people. Anyway, so the child that was taken to Dr. Money by the young parents, him and his brother was dropped off for counseling. His colleagues was messing with the boy and his brother. They was little. They was only probably not even like 2 years old and stuff. When they would go over there to get counseling, the kids would be taken mess with, right? So they was already shattered. They know that shatters children. Sometimes they never, a lot of them don't ever recover from that type of stuff. They never recover. And I realize that those societies, you know why these people do that to kids? Sometimes they do it because it's been done to them. But a lot of times when they doing those rituals, they do that so they can live forever through that child that they have messed with and shattered. They'll be reborn again in that child, because a lot of times when that child grow up, they do it to other children. Now it's a few of them that fight it and they become resilient, unbreakable, where they help people. Like, it's some people born in this world where they can't be broken. They can't be broken by those entities, so they actually use that pain to help other people. They can't be broken. They get abused, they get messed with as kids, but their heart is so pure until they don't do that to others. They take that pain and they transmute it and they use it to help other victims and to help people. And they can't be broken. They call them unbreakables. No matter what happens to them in this life, all the evil and stuff, and it be people that love them that try to harm them, they still have a pure heart. They still are empaths. They still want to help mankind. They don't hate. They might be angry. You know how I say be angry and sin not? But they don't hate, but they are warriors. They will do what they need to do. Like, I mean, you can't turn the other cheek. You cannot be. It's violence is called for sometimes in certain situations. It's a season of everything. You have to have balance, but you can use violence. You can take somebody out if they trying to take you out, or they trying if you need to defend yourself, or you need to defend your loved ones and stuff like that. You know, I don't agree with going out here in these armies and these wars and just sacrificing yourself like that for these rich people to start make more billions of dollars and hide money over in offshore accounts. But if you gotta take a motherfucker out for your, I'm not saying on no bullshit like you get mad because they passing you and driving too slow in front of you and that road rage and emotional. But I'm saying if a motherfucker trying to take you out, and you gotta choose between yourself and him, you supposed to take that bitch out. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's it. What is there to think about? You can't turn the other cheek and say I'm the lamb to the slaughter. What? No, you fight like hell. Even if you don't make it, or you the motherfucker know you been there. But be ready at all times. Stay fucking dangerous. Shit. For real. Straight like that. Stay dangerous. Don't be on no damn, oh, I'm a woman and I'm supposed to be taken care of by a man and I'm supposed to be, man, you better, women, it's been women warriors that fought harder than the men. You better get on your self defense and shooting range shit. Ain't no man gonna always. You might gotta protect them sometimes. What? That's the problem. We don't got fit into these. We don't got brainwashed and indoctrinated into these damn roles that we supposed to fucking play. Man, we a team out here. Oh, sometimes you might slip. I gotta have your back. Sometimes I might slip. We gotta be as simultaneously in balance. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. We got brainwashed into these fucking roles about waiting on a damn man to come in on a white horse and all this bullshit, and a woman's supposed to be a goddamn virgin and all this shit. Man, virgin mean a child, okay? Virgin mean a damn kid, a child, a small child. Them motherfuckers through all their religions was fucking and sacrificing little kids and marrying them and torturing their little bodies and shit. Can't take no damn grown, old, stinking, rotten ass reptilian wormified a kid. A fucking virgin is a kid. And they have holy hordes, okay? All this about Lord, she been this. Listen, from what I done seen out here in these streets, it be the ones that's in church and all holy, and these ones in these religions where they can't have sex. They got they gotta be betrothed to this man and some crazy Arab or something that gonna chop their head off if they it don't show no blood on the bed and they ain't no virgin. They doing the mouth and the booty. They mouth and they booty being ran through, and they spirits have too. Sometimes you better off with a retired hoe, or what they so call a hoe, than some of these supposed to be so pure women out here that's all fucked up in the head and thinking they holier than thou and righteous. That damn whore got a better spirit and more pure hearted than these damn holy women. And they the ones getting drugged through the mud anyway. The damn street women got a lot of sense. Shit. I ain't saying you want to get with nobody that's just The grape is busted, what, and the damn and full of disease. But you got some high class ones out here that's protecting themselves. They ain't wearing themselves out. They go to the doctor. Anyway, it's levels to that stuff. And the reason why they doing it anyway is because the you know how they get in the strip club and do that dance and whining. That used to be the dance to the goddess, representing the Kundalini and the Shakti and all that. In different religions, it represented the Kundalini and the dance, to the goddess and the gods and all that. They said the priests took that and exploited that and turned the women into the prostitutes. And I'm sure women was involved in that too. It ain't just the goddamn men. Okay. It's always these men playing as women and these women pretending to be. Look at the president that we had, how they fooled us when he was gay and his wife was a man. Okay. And I still believe that. Anyway. So yeah, it's just a lot that be like illusions that be put forth and it's not what it seems. So yeah, it's time to start growing your food. If you gotta, you can grow your food off your balcony in apartments and stuff like that too, and have some way to have some water, cause they trying to take all the water and give it to the data centers or whatever, and they say that people are trying to stop those data centers from being put in there. They got a lot of data centers all over. I ain't even gonna just say that it's in like certain places. They got them. You be surprised at where they putting them data centers at. North Carolina, Texas, and all over. I mean, it needs a lot of water. So I don't know. They say it's for soul harvesting and for them to fuel their underground cities, because they going underground, or they might already be underground. We might just be seeing the clones and stuff. Or them on a green screen. Might not even be the real people that we see. You don't never know what's real and then what's not on that damn screen. Them wars and all that. You never know. I think all these people, what they got to. They got to work together because they the same one. Look at how Dubai and all that was nothing but a military front for the US. And they all work together against the melanated people of the US. That's the thing, the indigenous people. So that's how they profit. That's how they always profited. And now their system and structure has fallen. Has fallen, and the truth is being revealed. The veil is thin. So what we need to be doing is getting off of depending on. We need to go back to segregation. Being we had it. It won't just no one Wall Street, Black Wall Street. They were all over, man. They lied. It won't just no Tulsa. What is it, Tulsa? Oh, it was everywhere. What killed Black Wall Street was when Martin Luther King and those groups of people wanted us to integrate. We had our own businesses. We had our own airlines too. Don't be fooled to think that when they lying on doing that Mandela effect, talking about black people, now it's a black man owning an airline. No, it's always been black people that own airlines. It was a man in Durham that had his own airlines way back in the 1940s and stuff like that, and before. They lied. They start history where they make it seem like you came on a slave ship. Your history goes back millions and millions and millions of years. That's all. That's been proven that it was no slave ships coming over here with from Africa with us, our people in them. We were already here. They the ones came over here, and some of them might have been melanated because think about it. The white people ain't been here as long as you think. Like they wasn't here back then. It was melanated, maybe fair skin, but melanated. These were all melanated people. It wasn't. We wasn't with the bullshit. That's why we go. They want to make us suffer because we won't with the child's eating the children and sacrificing the children and the pedophilia mess and all that. The pedo mess. Okay, that's just plain as day. We some kids. We got them in our families. Look, we got them in our families. They do stuff to harm people, innocent people, children, and all that, and that whatever. And they want you to look the other way and turn the other cheek. If you say something about it, you the bad guy. You the black sheep. You don't supposed to say nothing about nothing that they do wrong. And they got their pigs. They will let people that they like get away with anything. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Epstein files. Yeah, these motherfuckers got files. They been doing they bullshit. But this has been my son Goddess 777. Please like, subscribe, and share. I am getting off. I've been up here a while. Support Maya's temple. We got some great things coming. I'm taking my time. I ain't worried about nobody. I'm in competition with myself. If you won't smoke with me, the store is closed. You're gonna have smoke with yourself. Cause I ain't got no smoke or no beef with. I'm working on me. I'm in competition with myself. I got people that I be trying to help and they won't smoke. I don't got no beef. I'm not jealous of nobody. I want you to make it, but you're not gonna throw my life in chaos because you miserable about something that I didn't even do. I didn't do it. But you mad with me about something that's spiritual warfare. Cause you should be mad with the motherfucker that actually literally did something to you. It won't me. All I try to do is help people, but you know what? I gotta help myself and I have to focus on myself. The store is closed of my son Goddess giving away her energy for nothing. It ain't and the money ain't even can't pay me enough. The store is closed. I'm going to help people that appreciate me, that celebrate me, that's not ashamed of me, that know my value, and we resonate on the same frequency. Not just from this day forward. I've closed shop a little while ago. Yeah. It's no more. It's no more that you know, you're using my son goddess just because you got have a title in my life. Nope. Everybody can get it when it comes to that. I ain't got no beef or no smoke with nobody, but everybody can get it because I'm gonna say no. Leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. I'm gonna bother. I don't want to be bothered with it. Nope. Now kids or something like that. I love children. I'm gonna help the babies. I'm gonna do what I can to help the babies. I'm gonna help the babies. But these grown motherfuckers that's straddling the fence and really them people and animating them people and powering them down that evil deeds and shit. No, don't. I don't look. I love the babies. I help the babies and all this and that. But I don't got no more energy for the bullshit. I don't. The store is closed. The store is closed, so it's no more. It's no more of that getting information and energy from me in the background, and then you know what I'm saying. I can't get no praise or no other motherfuckers get the credit that don't even like you like that. But okay, everyone, this has been my son Goddess 777. Support my yacht's temple. Like I said, we got some stuff cooking up. I can't get up here and place it and show all my moves and my steps because I got some. You know what I'm saying? It's all you. Hey, you ain't doing that if you ain't got the watchers and the haters or whatever. Yeah. So they know, and I ain't even talking about no little motherfuckers that I'm talking about the ones that really matter. They know who I be, but at the same time, I know who I am, and I know I'm protected, and I know how to move, baby. I know how to move. I know how to move in a damn field full of wolves and sheep clothing. I know. I know what the smiles mean. I can see through the smiles. I can see through the smiles. I see you. I've been seeing. I had a training camp growing up. Praise God, praise God. I love you. Praise God, praise God. Uh huh. Okay. Yeah. All right. They'll be the worst ones. Telling you. Wolves in sheep clothing. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see the clouds. I can see the trees. I'm not blind anymore. Everything is so brand new. And they got them up here too. They got agents up here. If they get paid off, they'll do anything. That's gonna be their downfall. Cause you notice they'll be talking one way, then soon as they get that call and get that damn payment, they done switched up, boy. You like, oh, there they go, there they go, there they go, there they go, there they go. You can pay them. You can pay these motherfuckers. You can pay them for to do it. If you pay a lot of our people, they'll do it. That's why nobody. That's why a lot of people don't trust some of the culture, a lot of the culture, and it make it look bad for the real show up people, which I don't think is that many. But you can pay them to do, they'll do anything. You can pay them to do anything, anything. You pay them, you give them something, you pay them, boy. That's a good person. That's a good. They got money. So that mean that if they got money, they good. Then okay, they got money. So that mean they all right. They can pay for having babies with millions of women. They can pay for the things that they do. Long as they got money. Long as they got money, they dysfunction is okay, right? Long as you do you realize all the evil people in the world that's paid money, billions of dollars to do evil? So if that's your uh what is the conclusion that because somebody got money that mean they can do anything they want? You got the people that got the money in the world that's trying to get rid of most of the population. You got the people with the money in the world that's eating kids and doing all this shit because they bored. You got the people with money that's doing all the evil in the world, most of them. It ain't the poor. Yeah, the poor people doing their little shit. But it ain't affecting nobody but the people around them, and that is bad. But I'm saying the real agenda, globalists and the not the Zionists, Epstein and them. So you saying that if somebody got money, it's all right, whatever they do. So you saying somebody that got money is good that mean they got a right. So that's why we where we at. When people change their mindset about worshiping, people claim they don't love and worship money, but they do. That's what I see all the time with a lot of our people. And that's why they where they at. Your money is not gonna save your soul. It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom. And the kingdom that we talk about is within you. The kingdom is within. Have a wonderful day. This has been Monster and Goddess 777. Bliss to all. Prosperity, healing, ascension, rising like the phoenix, water, connecting with nature, water, fire, air, earth experience. Uh, Greetings and unconditional love to the ancestors, to Tiamat, to Leviathan. Um, Shout out to the patriarchy, the what is it? The maternal and fraternal ancestors that love us unconditionally. And it's guiding us protection and healing and rejuvenation to everyone, even speaking to your body, speaking to your cells, speaking to your chakra, speaking to your body and telling your body what you wanted to do. If you wanted to be hydrated and you want to be healed and rejuvenating yourself, spiritual baths, salt, sea salt baths, and all of that good stuff. Like I said, going within, mainly. You know what I'm saying? All you need is you going within. You know, it's great to have the candles and the meditation, sound and bowls and all that. But if you don't have all that stuff, all you need is you and to go within yourself and connect to your higher self, and practicing it. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'm out. Please like, subscribe, and share and comment.